Well, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome back to World Polo League action. We're ready to start match number 2 here. We're set up on Valiente Field number 1. Valiente and Alegria just about ready to get into the match here. My name is Gus Waila. I'm joined by Hero Del Carril. Thank you very much for joining us. This is our first live broadcast from the new World Polo League mothership. Where all of our future live broadcasts will be coming from. So we'd like to welcome you all to the stream here today. Valiente and Alegria getting ready to kick off here at Valiente Field number 1. Hero, why don't you tell us about the Valiente lineup?
So Valiente is with Pelon Sterling at the back, Keiko Taranco playing at 3, and Santi Torres, who changed from last tournament instead of Agustín Neres playing at 2, and number 1, as always, Bob.
So Bob J will be leading the charge here for Valiente out in front. Again, this is match number 2 of the Triple Crown of Polo. Our first match was yesterday with Colorado and Blackwatch. Hero Del Carril, my co-host here today, plays for that Colorado team who came out yesterday and gave us one of the highest scoring matches we've seen in South Florida in quite some time. The final in that one was 21-13. Blackwatch started with some goals on handicap, but man, Colorado ate up. You guys ate that distance up, and then went to town. How was that game to play in?
No, I think it was for us. It was really fun, and we played with Cambiaso. It was my first time playing with Cambiaso, and he makes it so simple to play with.
Yeah.
So, I think he made us play the best we could.
Yep. Well, it was a heck of a match to watch, and that's what we have in front of us here today. No doubt about it. We see it looks like Heijo in the backfield here for Valiente. Sterling there to back him up, and we're off and working here. Match number 2. The Alegria squad had put that ball into Valiente territory out of the throw in there. Polo and Sterling trying to take it back into the the Alegria half of the field there. Stopped around midfield now. Alejo Taranco in playing the number 4 slot here. A look at the pony list here for Alegria. Freddie Mannix on Lily, a 9-year-old American thoroughbred. Juan Martin Obregon on Jovina. Am I saying that right?
Jovina,
yeah. 8-year-old Argentine thoroughbred. Gringo Colombres on Tango, an 8-year-old thoroughbred. And Jesse Bray on Dynamo, an 18-year-old out there. It's a horse that has seen some polo for sure, 18 years young. Here's Polo Sterling. Gria goes right to work. He hits away, trying to catch Bray on the move. Jesse Bray's got to make tracks inside to get there. Pelo blocks his path and allows his cousin, Alejo Taranco, access to that play. Mannix comes in to try and mark Heijo. Heijo moves behind him and moves beyond him. Taranco. Quick swing of the mallet there, trying to get something going for Torres. Torres, ball left behind there, backed by Bray. A little dribbler of a back shot. Pelo Sterling trying to grab control there. Jesse Bray comes through. He thought he had enough of it there.
I think it was Wingo's foul, but Jesse should have let him play.
Let that one go.
Let's
watch it here.
Was in the way. There you can see Gringo in the way.
Colombres comes through. Yeah, all day. You're 100% right. Yep, Jesse had to give him that one. Number 2, and Pink had cleared out in front of that white jerseyed player. It would have been all right there, but with another Alegria player coming through and making the play, they sound the whistle. It puts Pelo back to the line a little bit closer this time. Pelo Sterling, the 10-goaler here for Valiente, drills that one between the posts. And our first score of the match here, just about a minute and a half into Chukker number 1. Valiente taking the lead here over Alegria. So this is kind of a rematch of the Molina Cup, which happened, I guess, about a week ago, a subsidiary in the previous tournament, and that was, one of the better matches that's taken place this whole season.
It was a really tight match.
A tight match, up and down. Jesse Bray had some insane plays there, and so you know that those guys are still thinking about that match. You see Colombres coming through. Oh, he gets back to it pretty quickly there. Now Mannix. Hey, beautiful near side play there by Jesse Bray. Nice pass off the mallet of Fred Mannix. And we'll watch him finish it here. Look at that. I mean, just in the nick of time. That defender reaching out. He almost catches him on that one.
He finished last game with 2 near side goals. Now he starts this one with near side as well.
I mean, a Jesse Bray really, you know, showing that he is here to play and means business in the 26th goal. There's no doubt about it. Juan Martin over to Gon. Santi Torres there. Juan Martin trying to beat the pair of them. Juan Martin gets beyond him. So far, so good. Juan Martin over to Gon, trying to get around Taranco now. He's got around him. Juan Martin, does he have the angle on the next shot? Leaving that one a little wide there. Torres trying to keep it in play. Jesse Bray getting to the line there, trying to get around Pelon Sterling. And the umpires stop the action here. 4:12 left. Chucker number 1. All tied up. Watch the replay here. Open shot by Torres. Jesse Bray. What'd you see on that one?
So I think the same when Jesse taps it, Pelon is on the way, so he should have given one more.
Same
He
situation,
was in front of the goal, so
right.
it was
No way.
between that or the goal. So
Right.
he chose.
Well,
maybe
that's a good
it
point.
slipped through.
Yeah, that's a good. You know, that's a great point. That the his options there are kind of limited. He either gives them that shot right in front of the goal, which chances are high that they're going to make it, or you foul and maybe you get away with it, and
the
hope
umpires miss it.
Yeah, hopefully the umpires miss it. If they don't, hopefully they get a little case of the shanks. That does not happen that time. No shankies on that one. That was a right on through and onto the scoreboard. Kind of a penalty shot there. It's 2-1 here. Chucker number 1. 3:55 left to play in the first. Again, we're coming to you from the new World Polo League mothership here today. We've been in a variety of different broadcast booths throughout the season here since early and mid-February as this thing was getting finished up, and now we're riding in style here today.
This is amazing. You have the field in front of you, air conditioning.
Air conditioning. You got the replay here. We've got horseless. It doesn't get any better than that. So if you're in South Florida and want to couch surf and watching polo, next time you're out at the field, come by and take a look at the mothership here. Anyway, Pelon Sterling looking to go to work here. He's got Gringo trying to find Taranco. Pelon picks the pieces up there as Jesse Bray was giving the business to Alejo, but Pelon Sterling, I mean, he just dances right on through there. Nice work there by Pelon, and we're tied. Look at that. I mean, he just busts outside of the pack there. Is this right? Is he still on that horse? Oriental Maligma? Is that same one? I'm not sure. I think so. That's either way.
No, he changed.
Yeah.
I think that was a chestnut.
So on one of his spares here. Either way, nice work there by Pelon. I was going to try and give that pony a little credit there, but I don't have the update. In the bottom half, Chucker number 1 here, tied ball game. Nice action so far. Again, this is essentially a rematch of the Molina Cup, which we saw last Sunday, I guess, before the final of the Palm Beach Open. And man, that turned into one of the best matches yet. So they're back at it here today. Gringo Colombres takes his time there. Eventually, Santi Torres moves in, trying to steal that ball away. It jumps his mallet. Colombres trying to shoot to goal. A pop fly. It's back to turf. Colombres finds some room to work. He needs the deep neck shot there. Will it stay in play? It came off the hoof of a pony. Colombres. Gringo Colombres in the corner here, trying to get along the back line there. Santi Torres trying to defend. Ball left behind. Now Pelon. Pelon Sterling. Torres takes it from his teammate, trying to find some room to work here. Torres along the boards. Santi Torres Alegria and Mannix. Hejo regains control for Valiente through the midfield. 1 minute left here in Chukker number 1, match number 2 of the Triple Crown of Polo. Valiente trying to work one in here on Alegria. Juan Martin Obregón goes to work for the boys in pink out there. It ricochets off a hoof. And I think time is out here with 44.5 seconds left to play. We'll see if we can make some sense of that one on the replay here. Juan Martin, a little bit of a hi-ho silver moment there, and I think probably got enough of that pony across the line.
Done before getting the ball.
Yeah, that I think that what he was looking to do is probably shut down and maybe get in and out without interrupting Pelon, but there was enough for him to have to look up there. There was, you know, hoof at about eye level as he was getting close to that one. So Sterling goes back to the line here. This will be his 3rd penalty shot of the period. One was that first one, a 60-yarder blocked by Mannix. He put the next 2 right on through. Nice work there, Pelon Sterling. Perfectly placed ball there as we start to wind down Chukker number 1.
Club is one of the most welcoming, friendly, but yet competitive polo clubs.
We're all here for the love of the sport and the love of the lifestyle.
This is the most fun you can have on a horse.
We have several different levels. We play -2 to 20 goals. So if you don't have your own horse, we have club horses that you can use.
The fields here are incredible. We've got 3 great grass facilities, and in the fall and the spring we can play arena.
We do a bunch of events during the summer, and our idea behind that is to promote polo, is to again bring polo to the masses. And this past year we hosted the Rocky Mountain Polo Festival.
Every single person that I've seen at practice in tournament is just having a great time.
It's a great group of people.
Everybody and anybody is welcome at the Denver Polo Club.
We take a live look at the field here as we come back into the action ahead of Chukker number 2. The last of the grounds crew hoofing it off the. This is, I think that's the horse that he switched to in the first. Yeah, Hejo on a stallion named Festival. I don't have any info on on Torres and Bob on Premiada. Let's see if we can see who Santi is on. Is that 31?
I think so. Yeah.
I think that's 31. Which that's a horse that I think was one of Adolfo's trainer's horses, something like that. Raised, I think he worked cows on him, did all sorts of work on the ranch, and started playing polo on him. Ended up selling him to Adolfo, who ended up playing him in the Open. Now she's I think a mare 31. Anyway, playing here, Chukker number 2 for Santi Torres. Here's Pelon getting that ball turned around. Pelon Sterling fires a big shot out in front. Bob Jernavis and Premiada jumping on the line there, trying to make some moves downfield. Juan Martin Obregón working in and getting a hook on Bob. Here's Gringo Colombres now being chased by Santi Torres. Torres under the red helmet is always there. Gringo slams a back shot out towards the midfield, and here comes Juan Martin Obregón. Juan Martin on Mateo. Freddie Mannix coming through, trying to put the swipe on Pelon Sterling there, or the spear on him maybe. Pelon unfazed, turns and fires again. The boys are in motion. Here comes Alejo Taranco, cousin to Pelon Sterling there, a pair of Uruguayans. Here's Hejo, nice moves. He gets Bray to move on beyond him there. Santi Torres there to back him up. Beautiful team play out of Valiente there. Nice work. Pelon Sterling from midfield. Downfield for Alejo Taranco. Taranco trying to move inside there. We watch here. Nice move as he puts Bray beyond him. He now works towards Juan Martin. Ball left behind, and Santi Torres sinks it. They go up by 2 here. Minute and 15 into Chukker number 2. And the teams come back to midfield. So this field 300 yards long, 160 yards wide. But shy of 10 football fields inside of one regulation polo field. Nice back shot there off the boards by Freddie Mannix. Going to be picked up here by Juan Martin Obregon. He gives it a one-timer downfield, looking to connect with Jesse Bray. Bray on the near side. Can he get another near side goal there? It's popped up, rolling towards the back line. Pelo Sterling in to defend. Santi Torres there to take the defensive pass from Pelon. The Alegria boys, though, turn back to goal. Mannix dances around one of them. Mannix there. Wow, there was a white jersey that came through at some point there. I don't know how close it was, but I just saw it kind of coming through the frame. Here's Pelon. Excuse me, Jejo. Working a beautiful pass there for Bob Jernavis. Jernavis lets that ball settle. Takes one whack at it. Juan Martin trying to pick the pieces up for Alegria. Whoa, baby. Two guys coming from two totally different directions there. The whistle sounds. Let's watch the replay here. Juan Martin's shot is what starts it here. No. Well, we cut out a little before we saw that one. Looks like it's going in favor of Alegria, though.
See, I think Pelon thought that Juan Martin moved it just a little bit, or it wasn't enough to change the line.
And it looked like it had a little bit of English on it, too. Like it might have been spinning a little bit, and even then it maybe kind of changed a little bit.
Bit of the running, huh?
Yeah, nice open polo here. There's no doubt about that, just like the game yesterday. Just wide open. A couple fewer goals than we saw yesterday, but they're just getting started here. Here's Juan Martin. Slowing it down. Juan Martin trying to catch a pink jersey on the run there. Santi Torres knows he can't safely make a play. Gringo Columbres coming on through there. They get it. Nice work there. Way to pick one up there for Alegria. Juan Martin. Santi, you could see he was thinking about it, turning back on that one, but Columbres charging down the line, and I have no idea how he got that shot off. I mean, just kind of popped it underneath him there. And right on through for a goal. I think they needed that one. I think, you know, that to be within two is good, but one's better.
Much better.
Much better.
Always.
Especially playing against Valiente.
That's it, for sure.
Bob Jernavis getting a touch on it there. Nice work. Now Pelon Sterling through. Santi Torres trying to hold off Jesse Bray. Sees an opportunity to use horsepower to get through the pack there. Juan Martin puts himself on the line. Nice pick up there. But Valiente back in the driver's seat. Alejo Taranco, Pejo, getting turned around here on Festival. That pony won best playing pony after 3 appearances in the Polo Fest final in Denver this past summer. I mean, just a phenomenal athlete, that horse. Santi Torres sends it inside. Mannix there doing a fine job defensively. Freddie Mannix, beautiful touches there. I mean, Freddie not looking like he's in a hurry at all, and getting his job done perfectly.
So I think the 4 of them are taking the time, putting a lot of pressure on the Valiente guy.
That's what it takes. You have to do that. I mean, that's why they're within 1. Bray. And time is out here. So 3:17 to go in Chukker number 2, a 1-goal game. We watch the replay here. Yeah, hard to, did you see anything on that one? Kind of hard to see from that angle.
See, they will give it to Pelon. I think Jesse bumped and tried to get it on the right side, but it wasn't enough. There wasn't enough space.
Didn't get enough of the line.
Yeah.
Pelon comes flying back onto the field here on a fresh pony. Alejo Taranco trying to connect with him there. That one's not going to get to Pelon as Jesse Bray eyes it down and takes control. Look at that, a big ball off the mallet of Bray. And here comes Gringo Columbres on a fast break. Taranco thinking he's got the line. Columbres has the ball. That much is for sure. Going to goal. Time is out, though. That whistle sounding there. Maybe Jejo got him on that one. 2:59 to go in Chukker 2 here. And the action comes to a standstill.
Was a offside from Gringo. He had gone to change and stayed on the other side.
All right, there we go. He's got to check back in with that ball. Yeah. I don't think we've seen an offsides call.
I think it's one of the first.
I think that's the first offsides call of the season, which is unbelievable. When you think about it, but that you know, Gringo has to, I guess you got to come back in and catch up with the play.
One of your teammates, yeah.
Before
or go after the ball.
Yeah.
go past the ball, and then you can come back.
Yep, which is not nearly as good of a play as if he had just gone to it, though, right? I mean, the umpires, though, all over it, not missing a beat here. They pull out the offsides on Gringo, but Juan Martin is trying to put them right back in the position where they had previously been here, and that was on a drive to goal. Juan Martin Obregon by himself. He hammers that one inside. Wide, though, of the goal it goes. Nice movement down the field by Alegria, putting himself back in position. But wide and out it goes. So here comes Taranco. Sterling on Rios here as he looks to take a pass from Alejo Taranco. Pelon Sterling has room to work. Santi Torres has the defender all tied up here. Pelon. Will he get it done here? Sterling sticking balls to goal. Nice work there by Pelon Sterling and Rios. It was a horse he purchased last year, went to England where Heijo played her, and one of Pelon Sterling's young up-and-coming ponies. If things go well for Rios here this season, in Pelon's notes it says that she's going to Argentina with him. It seems like it's about that time of year where guys are making those decisions about which horses are
planning the Argentinian season.
Yeah. Yep. Which horses are going there? We got to talk about horse lists for Colorado at some point today, because I noticed some horses that have moved over to the Colorado horse list that are worth talking about. But more on that later. Here's Pelon Sterling. Pelon. A pass out to the left here, looking for Santi Torres. Torres wide open, and he crushes an amazing approach shot to goal on the near side. Alejo Taranco. Wow, that is how you move the ball up and down the polo field. Watch the replay here. I mean, Torres just tattoos that ball. Heijo?
Let's go do it. No?
Yeah, your turn. Yeah, you get after it. On the near side, nice work there. Alejo Taranco with his defender, putting the defender out of play there is what I'm trying to say. Put him on the right side there, puts the ball on the left, and that'll take us out of Chukker number 2. So Valiente able to put a couple more back on. Alegria pulled within 1. Valiente able to put a couple more points on the board here, and at the end of Chukker number 2, the score is 6-3. So you're tuned into ChukkerTV and the Polo Channel's live coverage of this Triple Crown of Polo match here. This is match number 2 of the tournament. We're going to go to a quick commercial break and be right back to start Chukker number 3. So we're back here getting ready to start Chukker number 3. Heijo, tell us, Valiente able to put a couple more points on the board there. They go 6-3 here. Alegria wanting to stick close to Valiente. What are the things that they need to be looking at here as we start to close out the first half?
So I think the last Chukker was a really open Chukker. You could see them running back and forth, back and forth. I think Alegria wasn't able to score those goals, and Valiente did. And they were unlucky because when Alegria changed, they scored. So the Valiente took the advantage of the Alegria guys not being on the field because they were changing, so they went and scored. But I think they have to put the same pressure as they've been doing and trying to stay as close as possible. Sometimes the Valiente have a great horsepower, so that makes an advantage for them.
Yep.
But I think with the pressure and playing as they've been playing, open, back and forth, they're doing a great job. Why don't they beat them last time? So.
Yeah, right. So they know it's possible. That's for sure. Yeah.
Sure.
So I guess the walkaway keys are there for Alegria, just to keep kind of doing their thing, finish their opportunities, and try and contain the horsepower when possible.
Yeah.
Well,
keep the system.
Yeah, keep the system.
Really well.
Yep, keep the system well. We'll see if those guys can keep that system working and maybe get a couple of goals back here on Valiente. Again, Alegria down by 3. Had a couple opportunities, and then, like Hero was saying, they get kind of caught changing there, and they were able to kind of sneak back into play, and that always puts you on your heels a little bit, I guess. Looking at the horse list here, Mannix on Lynch, Juan Martin on Cheeky. What is it? What do you think?
Cheekies. Yeah.
Cheekies. Colombre, Sampatico, and Jesse Bray on Sydney. Here's Mannix. Nice bump there by Santi Torres. Torres, the number 2 there, getting that one turned around. Nice defensive play there. Santi Torres takes off, running here. He's trying to put Mannix in his dust. Santi Torres on a breakaway here. He pops it up. Santi Torres, that ball comes back to the ground. He's got a pair out in front of him there. Mannix trying to put the moves on that ball. I think kind of buried there. Pops back up, or either way, everyone looks back and finds it. I don't know. Or maybe did that ball bury and that was one that popped out? Either way, we look to the replay here.
No, I think they called the foul on Mannix.
They called it on Freddie. Oh, yeah, there it is. And I think it kind of plugged in either way, though. Time was already out. The umpires, it looks like they disagree on that one. Or maybe it was just plugged.
Plugged, yeah.
Momentarily, they stopped the action, but we're back at it now. 7 minutes to go here in the first half of play. Nice moves there. Mannix sweeps around, looks downfield, trying to catch Jesse Bray. Bray on that gray pony, Sydney there. The action here at the end of the mallet of Mannix. Now he leaves it behind Polo, Sterling, and Mannix, and the umpires now join the scene over there and call timeout at 6:34 left in the half. Watch the replay. What are they calling there?
Yeah, I think that Jesse went over him and stepped on the ball. Or kind of a sandwich, because Mannix was on the other side as well.
2-on, yeah, exactly. Could have called a couple options there. Either way, I think the biggest point was that he had the line, he had the ball, and when they left, he didn't. And so they took his opportunity. Mannix here trying to start a fast break for Bray. Jesse Bray lets the head drop on that gray pony. Little lead change there as he works inside to the goal. Jesse Bray right on through. Beautiful work there by Jesse on that gray pony that he purchased as a yearling, and broken made by Graham Bray, Jesse's father, and an up-and-coming mare of Jesse's that, man, looks to have the right moves here.
Sure does.
Enough to stay in front of an incoming Sterling there, and they pick one up here to go 6-4, and Chucker number 3 with tons of time left. 5.5 to go here. Mannix in traffic. Colombres hits from a standstill, trying to find a player in motion there. Alegria hoping for a whistle. Payloan Sterling with control. Payloan taking his time, letting his white jersey teammates catch up to the play there. Pass downfield for Santi Torres, and Torres is on the move. Mannix trying to mark him, forces him to leave that ball behind, and here comes Alejo Taranco. Taranco on the near side. Hejo moving inside here. Across the front of the goal mouth. Taranco on Lan. Mannix here. Freddie on Lynch, and a big ball out of the corner there, out towards center field, picked up by Santi Torres. Torres slams the brake, flips a little U-turn there, and is moving north with Bray in pursuit. Santi Torres hitting the bouncing ball as he goes there, moves it out to his left, and it's picked up here by Hejo. At the sideboards, Alejo Taranco, 4:28 to play in the half, 6-4 on the scoreboard there as you see Santi Torres running the back line. Santi Torres trying to keep control there. Colombres thinks about it, thinks again, and that one's over the back line and out of play on the north side here. 4:15 to go in the half. Nice thought there by Santi.
Amazing. The ball control he has, and the speed he goes.
Yeah, I thought that. I honestly thought that was going to be a goal for sure. You don't see him leave many of those on the. You don't see many goal line fumbles out of Mr. Torres there, but it happens. A slippery ball there was left behind on the knock in there. Gringo Colombres. Oh, baby, here comes another gray pony for Jesse Bray. Bray on Disney now. This pony won back-to-back best playing ponies in the Pacific Coast Open 2017 and 18. He navigates into the corner on this one here. Bray does. Jesse Bray shutting down, making it hard on himself here. Santi Torres moves in. He gets a little touch on it now. Alejo Taranco escaping with control for Valiente. This game has been running since the first chukker. They have not let up yet. Santi Torres a sweeping neck shot to try and get that ball out of the danger zone. Bob Jay's on the move, and they send a pass out in front. He's got to adjust the trajectory here to get back to the line. He does so and looks to take it on the near side. Maybe a trick play there. He leaves it behind for Pelon Sterling. Pelon comes right on through now. Jejo having Jesse Bray all over him. Alejo Taranco, nice tricky stick through the midfield, trying to beat Juan Martin Obregon. Alejo Taranco on the near side, a neck shot towards the goal, but that one ends up wide of the goal, over the back line, out of play. 2:47 left in a running chukker number 3.
You can see that everybody wanted to change. Santi on one corner, but on the other one, all the Alegría team.
There is, I mean, every single, we're going to see 8 fresh horses, I think. I don't know, maybe Pelon stays. Oriental Nina, they're a 6-year-old for Pelon, but 7 fresh horses there as chukker number 3 has 2:20 left here. The ball out to the boards, then over those side boards and out of play. So, man, what a match we're watching here again. This is match number 2 of the Triple Crown of Polo. Alegria and Valiente. We're at the 2-minute mark remaining here. Chukker number 3, our first half. Juan Martin downfield. Whoa, baby. I mean, a clock clean in play there by Gringo Colombres coming in with Santi Torres. They, let's watch the replay here. Juan Martin sends it. And those two just get tied up. That actually was not the clock cleaning play I thought it was. That was just bad luck. They just kind of got tied up there. I thought that out of the corner of my eye, it looked like a bigger kind of like crash. It looked like a crash, but it was just one guy kind of getting ahead of the other.
Yeah, and I think Santi, looking at the ball, he never saw Gringo coming in front.
Yep, and that put him down the neck a little bit, and they were a little, kind of hit it different, not quite shoulder to shoulder, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So anyway, bad luck there. They throw back in, and here we go. Santi Torres. Gringo right in the corner of his eye there. Oh, nice touch by Mannix. Steals it away. Mannix turns it there. Oh, Alejo Taranco. Ooh, will he get him there? I'm ready to watch the replay there. I don't know. What do you think? Let's see it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was I thought that Jejo might have had a I mean, those guys are good. Those guys are so good. I'm watching the drone play and I can't even get it right. And
no.
I mean,
sometimes you think if you go faster you'll take the line, but
not that time.
No, not there.
Man, I mean, that is a tough job. We say it, I mean, almost every broadcast, but that job of officiating these 26-goal matches, any match, but really these 26-goal matches, I mean, they're so fast. Things happen so quickly. The play changes, the lines change, the angles change. The players don't see it a lot of times. Somebody coming from behind. Tough stuff to be the official. Here's Johnny O. Along the ground it goes, deflected wide and out. So those are maybe some of the opportunities like we were talking about before that you want to, get a little bit closer to goal at least. If you can loft that one, you've got a good chance of putting it on the scoreboard there. Here comes Pelon Sterling. His team's up by 2 goals here as we look to wrap up the first half of action in match number 2 in this Triple Crown of Polo match. Nice back shot there. I mean, as that one was getting awfully close to the goal line there, Alejo Taranco hits a back shot for his cousin Pelon. Polo and Sterling. Sits on that one in the corner. Santi Torres holds on to the defender there. Buys a little bit of time for Pelon. Gringo Colombres keeping his eye on the 10-goaler. Dribbler of a forehand there forward, but he's able to collect that one as Gringo's just kind of playing a zone defense here. Just, I think, trying to keep an eye on him. He doesn't want to play him too tight because he's afraid maybe that he just starts running. Working through the midfield here, Alegria trying to push these guys out towards the sideboards here, trying to protect the inside of this field. Colombres trying to keep it away from Santi Torres. Jesse Bray working on Pelon here. Pelon, Sterling trying to stay out of reach of Bray. Bray, nice persistence there by Jesse Bray. Juan Martin has enough distance on that ball to grab control for Alegria here. Juan Martin in front of the goal mouth there. Kind of a risky business taking it back that way, but so far so good with Mannix there to back him up there. That one panned out, and we are all the way out of time here in Chukker number 3 in the first half of action here. We will send it to halftime here, but man, Hiro, what do you think?
No, and they were able to hold them, what we talked about, the Valiente's horsepower.
Yep.
That's what you were saying about Gringo. He was measuring Pelon, trying to see.
Keep an eye on him, but don't get too close. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, to know, because you don't want him to go to the whip and get around you and be looking at tail the rest of the play. So anyway, yeah, I mean, they pick one up there. They're within 2. They get another one from the last time. You know, as we were talking before the Chukker. So we take a look at the Valiente 10 here. The boys ride back in. We're going to go to halftime now. We'll be back after this halftime break. You're tuned in to ChukkerTV and the Polo Channel's live coverage of the World Polo League and the Triple Crown of Polo. We'll be right back after halftime.
La yegua más famosa que por historia, que me ha divertido cómo viene el cuento, es la Falta en Vido, que le ha ganado contra un amigo jugando al truco. Falta en Vido significa como el final del partido, ¿no? Entonces le canté Falta en Vido, él me quiso y le gané con 25. Y la yegua terminó siendo una de mis yeguas favoritas en toda mi carrera. De hecho la cloné, la tengo clonada. Pero lo más increíble que del cuento es que la yegua ganó Copa de la Reina, mejor yegua, jugó el abierto varios años.
Rugby player clutching thin air as Cambiasso slips away, puts on the heater, takes the ball down the ground.
Y tengo hijas que, bueno, las llamo a través de los nombres del juego, que son la Flor, la Sota, todo a través de lo que es el truco y el juego se llaman los hijos, así que y la verdad que tengo muchas hijas jugando acá. Una está jugando Rob y otra estoy jugando yo.
So I've been playing floor now, and it's incredible. The acceleration that this horse has out of the plays is pretty phenomenal. You know, you see a play and think to go to it, and she accelerates into it with so much power, but at the same time she has so much handle and flexibility that to slow down afterwards it's so easy. And you know, I never rode Falta en Vido, but I can imagine that she has a lot of the same attributes that her mother did.
I played Sota the first time in 2012, and she was 7 years old. There was a year that she came from Argentina, and after that I played her again in 2015 and 2016, and probably in 16 was one of my best mares. Adolfo's gonna play her this year in the World Polo League season. Has a lot of power, you know, good mouth, is good acceleration and very good endurance. You know, they will play 2 chuckers quite well, and that I think is why they are so good.
We've tried to create a polo mecca here, some place where we can bring polo sponsors, pros here to our home to enjoy polo.
Hi, I'm Jenny Latrell Bernardani. We're here at my farm at Success Ranch in Declo, Idaho.
So we start with the fields in 2014. There is 3 fields, 2 full-size fields with boards, and the third one we had, sticking ball and playing practices. They are just 4-year-old fields, but they play like 20-year-old fields.
When my grandfather purchased the property, there was an existing barn that was completed in 1914. We decided that the best thing to do with it would be to restore it and create a living space for all of our guests. 3 levels, 2 combined kitchen areas. There are 25 rooms with private bathrooms. There's lots of space for everyone. The Success Ranch is a fully working agricultural farm. We have 7 barns that offer stabling for 140 horses. We have a large exercise track. We like using the deep sound in the round pen for fine-tuning our horses. We have a freestanding building that we call the Quincho. It has a huge grill, barbecue area, and we cook just about every night. What makes this place so unique is that we can play polo in the morning, and there's so much stuff to do in the afternoon. Kayaking, paddleboarding, ATV riding. We also have a shooting range, trap and skeet shooting, and a pistol range. One new and exciting thing we're offering is helicopter tours. The helicopter tours gives you such a different perspective of how much land is actually here on the ranch.
The main idea is to have a fun, flexible polo experience.
Between our guests and in-house pros, you never know what level of polo we're going to get.
Well, we come back into the action here. We will watch some highlights here. The highlight reel, and that was just a heck of a goal by Gringo Colombres there. That one.
Martin's foul.
Yeah, bad luck there by Juan Martin, just getting the nose of that one across. Santi Torres in the top of the frame doing an awesome job here, buying time for Pelon. You see that?
Sticking balls right through the goal.
Takes the man out. That's a great team play there by Santi Torres. Great for the young players watching to see plays like that. Guys working for their team, helping them out. Jesse. Beautiful touch there. I mean, Heijo was hot on his heels on that one too. Good stuff. We take a live look from the bird here. We are at Valiente, the last of the divot stompers making their way off of the pitch here. Valiente field number 1 today. We see Santi Torres warming up there. I think, is that Mini? It might be Mini White here. I'll have to see. Turns back. Yeah. Yep. Mini Watt there, off the track thoroughbred that Santi Torres relies on heavily and has in multiple chukkers, I think, all the way through World Polo League competition. I mean, I don't think Minnie has missed many matches.
Not at all, no.
The horse list for Alegria: Freddie on Minima, Juan Martin on Maggie, 15-year-old American thoroughbred, made by Juan Martin's father, Mariano Sr. Gringo Colombres on Niñera, 9-year-old La Dolfina bred horse. Jesse on Legend, 14-year-old thoroughbred for Valiente. What do we got, Hero?
We have Story for Pelon, an English UK thoroughbred. Then we have the Delfina Zafata, that is a United Chimento from Adolfo Cambiaso. One we just said, Santi on Miniwa, and then Delfina Austral for Bob.
I think that's one of Bob's favorite, isn't it?
I think so. He feels really comfort on.
So these guys getting ready to get back into the action here. We're ready to kick into Chukker number 4 here. 2 goals separate these two teams. Alegria doing I mean, all things considered, a pretty good job containing Valiente here. I feel like anytime you play Valiente, regardless of the lineup, you've always got your hands full. You know that they're, regardless of who's in the jerseys, you know that there's going to be some of the best horsepower available out there. And with this lineup here today, Sterling, Taranco, Torres, Jernavis,
even more.
I mean, it's a pretty strong team. So Alegria, you know, a strong team as well. And Mannix, Juan Martin Obregon, Gringo Colombres, has had just a heck of a year. I mean, he's won almost everything he's played in.
He won the Triple Crown of the 20 goal.
Yep.
He played, so.
Played everything, yeah, exactly. He won all the 20-goal tournaments there.
Having a good season.
And then Jesse Bray rounding out that Alegria team, who, man, is really, you know, having a great season. One of the lower-rated players in the tournament overall. I mean, really a guy that is extremely effective for his team. I mean, and they put him in the number 3 position. That shows you the kind of confidence that they have in him. Bray trying to hold out Torres there. Juan Martin gets into some traffic there. Santi Torres, I mean, picks his pocket clean. Santi Torres off and working on Mini Watt there. He puts that thoroughbred's head down, let it goes right to work. Look at that, Jesse Bray. I mean, just batting that ball out of the air. That mallet is 52 inches long, plus however long his arms are, you know, probably a couple feet there. Unreal play there by Jesse Bray. Holds on to control. It's Gringo Colombres firing to goal. Gringo Colombres, will he get it? They need it. He won't. It's wide and out. The score remains the same. 1 minute into the 4th. And a knock-in coming here. Colombres thinking he had the
window to shoot. But against a team as Valiente, I think you have to take the chance of shooting to goal because they defend.
Maybe it goes in, maybe it goes out.
And going past them is not easy, so
yeah,
when you have the chance, you need to shoot.
That's a great point there. You know, if you say, man, why would he? Somebody watching says, why would he let go right there? Why take that chance? Because if you hold on to it for another second, you've got a 10-goaler on Pelon on you. You've got Hejo on you. You've got Santi. You've got Bob. Talk about a guy who plays defense, and you know, with the best of them, Bob Jernavis works so hard for his team. Look at that. I mean, Colombres. That was as close as they get there. Gringo fires from the left side of the goal, fires from the right side of the goal. Wide on both occasions, but not for lack of trying. And that's, you know, that's what you got to do. That's what we've been talking about here. In the meantime, it looks like I think a broken stirrup leather there for Jesse Bray, so he's going to walk off. Probably just go ahead and swap ponies out instead of taking care of the bad piece of tack there. So time is out. 5:25 to play here in Chukker number 4. And I think that'll be the only pony change on this little break in the action here. Everybody else is going to stay where they are. Again, Mannix on Minima, Juan Martin on Maggie, Niñera for Gringo Colombres, and Legend for Jesse Bray. Like I said, Niñera for Gringo played the camera in 2016 with Gringo. And the notes here. The knock-in bounces off of Mannix. Picked back up here by Alejo Taranco. Working downfield. At the sideboards. A couple players go over the boards. Ball stays inside. It's Pelon Sterling there. Freddie Mannix gets away clean with it. Mannix on the move. Hey-ho looking to get the ball back there. Mannix forced to leave it behind, and Santi Torres in to back his teammate up. Torres, he thinks about what to do with that one and hammers it out to the sideboards and makes it Hey-ho's problem. At the boards, Alejo Taranco there. Mannix moves right on past him there, and Hey-ho has control. Alejo Taranco. Santi Torres sticking with him. Man, Freddie Mannix, he is a ball-stealing son of a gun. Freddie Mannix trying to work to goal. Freddie Mannix, the ball left behind, and Pelon Sterling there to pick the pieces up. Bray gets a poke on it. Here comes Mannix. Back shot towards the goal. Will it go? It's rolling, backed out of there by Alejo Taranco. Another one rescued off of the doorstep there by Jejo, and they're coming the other way now. Here's Pelon Sterling. Pelon running down the sideboards there. The Uruguayan sensation rockets one out in front there for Bob J. Bob is on the move, hauling the mail downfield there. Ball left behind, and Gringo Colombres in to take control defensively here for Alegria. He does so with a swooping turn out to the right there. Now firing on down the way for Juan Martin Obregon. Johnny O takes the ball on the forehand here at the midfield line. He's got Torres in front of him there, pops it out and gives himself some to chase after. Juan Martin Obregon on the move here. He fires for Bray. Jesse Bray going to see if he can get to this one before Hey-ho, but Alejo Taranco has the positioning on that one to make the play perfectly. Hey-ho held up in time, I think, out again here. 3:29 to go. Chucker, number 4. Awesome action here. Up and down the field now. I think we're going to see some pony changes.
Yeah, same as second or third Chucker.
I mean, a nice tight match here. 6-4, and Chucker, number 4. Not as many goals as we saw in the match yesterday, in Ural's match, but there is no lack of action here today. These guys running up and down. I feel like a lot of balls have been close to the goal, but left on the field. And we've seen some big runs. Mannix trying to get that steal on him there. Back shot by Juan Martin. Nice moves there by Johnny O to hold the play in the south side of this Valiente field, number 1. Gringo Colombres, beautiful timing there. He gets it away from Pelon, but not able to hold on to the play there. Look at that, Mannix coming through. I mean, he just throws the tomahawk chop on him there. Colombres, Torres. I mean, Alegria is putting some big-time pressure on Valiente right now. Out to the boards. Goes Santi Torres. Torres trying to decide how to play this one. Colombres knows exactly how to play this one. He moves inside. Gringo Colombres has a little bit of time here. Colombres and Juan Martin trying to find a teammate there. He dumps that one off to Valiente. Colombres coming through. He makes contact with Pelon the first time and then gets in his way as he goes to swing. I don't know which part of that they're whistling, but they've stopped the action. That much is for sure. We watched the replay. See contact there. That could have been
and then he goes
something,
under
and then just moves right underneath him. So that one gets turned over there. The only option that Pelon has is just to, hammer Gringo, and who wants to see that? No. I mean, that's, no way to do it. So the umpires acknowledge that Gringo essentially took the opportunity away from the guy with the ball there, and they penalize him by about 90 yards. That one right around midfield. They move it to the 60.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, Valiente might even have been able to argue for one more on that one. I don't know.
I think except Gringo, every Alegria player was in front of Pelon, so I think it would be a bit too harsh to give them.
Too harsh to move past 60? Yeah, okay. Fair enough. That's what it's all about. I mean, at the discretion of the umpires based on the severity of the foul. So they took the opportunity away, but if he's got all the defenders in front of him, he has less of an opportunity than if there hadn't been any, in which case maybe then they would have moved it. Good point. Ooh, so somebody touched that one, but not enough to get it wide. They go up by 3 here. Nice work from the line. And a reminder about how costly those penalties can be. You not only have to make all of your penalty shots, but you have to try and not cause situations like that. That was an easily avoidable foul for the Alegria squad. That puts the 10-goaler on the line. And I mean, he
with a huge opportunity to score.
He hammers it. Yeah, I mean that's when guys like that make those goals. I mean when
they don't miss.
And they don't miss.
No.
Polo Sterling. His team up by 3 here. I think that's about the number of penalty shots he's made from the line here today. Polo Sterling pops it up. Lofted ball, drops out in front of the pack there. Alejo Taranco holds his own. I don't know how he got to that line, but man, he sure got to it and got to goal. They go up by 4 here over Alegria. We watch the replay. A big rip there. Watch Hejo. I mean, he just fights his way in there. I mean, there's no other way to put it there. Throws some weight into Columbres, uses that pony to get him there. Nice work there. Polo Sterling connecting with Alejo Taranco. Back at midfield, the ball's in play. Valiente is having the momentum here. Alejo Taranco out of the throw-in, trying to get another goal here. We're at the 30-second mark, and Chukker number 4. Can they close with another goal? They can. Alejo Taranco on fire. Or is that Pelon? No, it was Hejo, yeah. Alejo Taranco. I mean, a beautiful goal there to wrap up Chukker number 4. Chukker 4 out the door. We watch Hejo on final approach here in the slow-mo replay. That one.
And it's amazing how the Alegria guys had them cornered into their own goal for the 4 minutes.
I mean, they were on them. The pressure was there. They had them contained, and then the wheels came off. I don't know what happened. I mean, that just shows you how quickly things can happen. They were within 2. Now they're down by 4 as we head towards Chukker 5. So there's 15 minutes of polo left to play here in South Florida. We're going to go to commercial break and come back for the start of Chukker number 5. You're tuned in to ChukkerTV and the Polo Channel's live coverage of the World Polo League and the Triple Crown of Polo. This is match number 2. We're going to commercial break right now. We'll be back shortly to start Chukker 5. We're back in the action here, ready to start Chukker number 5 here at Valiente in Wellington, Florida. Again, my name's Gus Whitelaw. I'm joined by Hero Del Carrillo from the Colorado squad. As these guys are coming back out, tell us a little bit about that match yesterday. And as you acknowledged before, that was your first time playing with Adolfo. What's that like? I mean, are you nervous the first time you go out there playing with Adolfo? What are you feeling like when you take the field with him?
Say 100%. Even in the practices, you get a bit nervous.
Yeah.
It's like, honestly, you're playing with the best in the world.
Yeah.
So, pero as the checkers go along, he makes it so easy, and he always starts telling you, come on. So he supports you in every play and lets you do whatever you want. And whatever mistake you do, you know he'll cover you. So,
that's a nice feeling. That's a nice feeling. And what was there? I mean, what was it? You guys, the way everything clicked yesterday. I mean, the final score was 21-13. I mean, is it just one of those days where you can feel the magic, or what happens when you score 21 goals in one day?
say, I don't know. I think we took advantage of the opportunities, and Juan Martin played a really good game.
Oh yeah, I mean he couldn't miss. He couldn't miss yesterday.
So yeah, and I think the teamwork, we still have to fix some things, but we did quite well.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Mannix hammers one there over the back line, out of play. We're into the action here in Chukker number 5, 25 seconds into the action to be exact. If you're joining us late here, this has been a great match. Valiente is up by a bunch here. They've gone 9-4 on Alegria. We see a knock in here from Alejo Taranco, but I mean, man, just minutes ago, it was a 2-goal game, and Alegria had these guys contained. I don't know what exactly changed there, if they kind of lost their mojo for a second, or if Valiente rather just picked it up. I mean, we see Pelon, he just keeps hitting that ball out in front, and Alejo Taranco just keeps chasing it down. I mean, how do you look at that? I mean, these guys are going flat out. Hejo still pulling away. That one's going to get across the line and in. I mean, unbelievable horsepower there. Alejo Taranco on Delfina Avazata, a 6-year-old. I mean, just flying. You saw those guys running flat out there, and he was pulling away from Juan Martin. I mean,
sometimes it's not easy to control the horsepower when it's that strong.
Yeah, exactly. When it's that strong, that's a tough one there. Nice work by Taranco. Hejo, actually, that was Rana.
Rana, yeah.
Pelon back on Rios. And Mannix here with control on a pony named Jenny. And off the track, Thoroughbred, purchased out of Cincinnati, Ohio. That's Jenny there with Mannix in the frame there. Freddie Mannix looking for the deep neck shot there. Ball left behind. Gringo Colombres coming on down the side there. Colombres between two white jerseys. And they leave one on the doorstep down here. Taranco delivers that ball out of danger. He's got Jesse Bray hard on his hip there. Taranco down the sideboards there. He ends up almost between the cars and down the road. The action flying out in front. It's Pelon Sterling trying to get to goal. Pelon Sterling. Juan Martin coming strong from behind. Where did that ball go? Right on through the goal. That's where it went. Beautiful shot there. Pelon puts it between the pipes. We watched the rewind, the replay. Oh yeah, under Juan Martin. He might even have got a kick on that one. I think that pony might have helped that one through. Man, another goal there for Valiente. 4:21 left to play here. Chukker number 5. I feel like the score keeps getting adjusted on us here. It goes to 11-4 now. I'm seeing that score was adjusted field side. I don't know if there was a late adjustment made. Either way, here's Pelon Sterling. Pelon at the boards there. Back shot there by Gringo Colombres. Now Alejo Taranco. Ball left by. It's lonesome there. Santi Torres trying to get back to it quicker than Colombres. He has the patience needed to wait for control. Coming the other way, though. Here's Pelon trying to get back to it. Pelon Sterling. Big neck shot there. Cross field. Pelon Sterling looking for an outlet here. Down the boards and over the sideboards and out of play. So an opportunity here for Alegria maybe to run a play. I don't know. What will they do in this situation? Do they have set plays that they run from these inbounders here that
I
get
think
towards
they
the
do,
goal? Or?
But I think they will tap it and shoot to the goal.
We'll see Juan Martin.
I know.
He's just going to drill it. We've seen him score. He did that at over at Grand Champions, and I guess as we got towards the semis in that last turn in the Palm Beach Open. I mean, he drilled one from right about the same spot. Not with the same accuracy here on that previous shot. That one ends up wide and out. And 2:45 left here. The score 11-4. So man, things were tight for 4 Chuckers.
Just 5 minutes.
And in a couple of minutes, it just goes to pieces here for Alegria. Taranco on the knock-in. Santi Torres. I mean, Freddie Mannix was going to bring the heat on that one regardless. You could just see the look in his eye there. Taranco moving down the boards. Alejo, Taranco. Heijo on Rana, I think. Moving inside here. Alejo, Taranco. Oh, unlucky off the mallet of Heijo. And it's over the back line and out of play. So 2 minutes and 5 seconds left here in Chukker 5. And some fresh ponies coming on here for Alegria. A couple guys had to make a pit stop over there. If you are unfamiliar with how things work here in high goal polo, these guys, whenever they need a fresh pony, fresh mallet, they need anything replaced, over the back line is where they find it. They've got full crews of people waiting for pretty much their every need for the two-legged or four-legged athlete back there. We see Jesse Bray catching a little elbow salad on that one from the number 3 in white there. Back shot by Heijo. And here comes Pelon. Pelon Sterling. Ball kicked under a pony there. Santi Torres makes quick moves to get back to it. Mallet to mallet there with Johnny O and Santi Torres. Back shot, a little tail shot there by Santi. Ends up at the boards. 1:10 to go here. Chukker 5 as Heijo fires inside here. Alegria is going to pick it off on the near side. That's Mannix trying to move inside there, but time has already stopped on that one. 1:03 at the time of the whistle. I don't know if Freddie heard the whistle or just disregarded it. He's going to carry on with that ball there. The time, I think, stops right about there on the field as we watch the replay. Again, 1:09 to go, and we're out to center field. So it's going in favor of Valiente. I mean, what do you think here? Now they go down by 7 goals. What goes through Alegria's head at this point here? You know, they were so close. Do they feel like they've completely lost control? Do they feel like they're still in it? What's your feeling?
I think sometimes when you lose, when the distance is that big, you start losing a bit control and starting to rush because you want to score as quickly as possible. And the minutes go on and on, so you don't have much time. But I think if they keep their system is what made them win last time. So
right, if they can find it, they have a chance. Maybe they get some of the lucky breaks that their opponents have had. Look at that, Juan Martin working hard in the backfield there. That's what that man does every day. Gives it 100% on the near side there. You see Gringo Colombres trying to get it to Mannix. Mannix timing enough to keep it away from Taranco. Torres in. Mannix wants a whistle. That would help him get to midfield there. Santi Torres able to maintain under pressure there from a pair of Alegria players. Winding down Chukker 5 here. We're past the 30-second warning horn. Santi Torres shuts down hard. Juan Martin steals the ball away. Torres rides the line. He's hoping for a foul. The whistle does not sound. 18 seconds to play in the 5th. The play is moving cross field, and it's Juan Martin Obregón on attack here for Alegria. He leaves the ball behind, and Torres moves in. 6 seconds left here. Pelon is going to try and crank this one towards the goal. Alejo, Taranco there. Taranco. The double horn goes. That one will not get across the line within the time constraints of this Chukker. So the double horn sounded as they were on their way to goal. Chukker number 5, all said and done. A big change in the score here for Alegria and Valiente. Valiente has taken commanding control here in Chukkers 4 and 5. The score 11-4 as we go away for commercial break here. You are tuned into ChukkerTV and the Polo Channel's live coverage of the World Polo League and this Triple Crown of Polo match here. This is match number 2 in the tournament. And we've got one more Chukker to play. 7.5 minutes of polo when we come back from this commercial break. Well, we come back into the action here. Grounds crew at Valiente out stomping divots in between Chuckers 5 and 6. Alegria players riding back out onto the field, and Valiente guys starting to trickle out as well. My name's Gus Whitelaw. I'm joined by Geronimo Del Carrillo from the Colorado squad. We were talking at the start of Chukker 5 about their match yesterday and what it was like to play with Adolfo. That one ended up 21-13. I think one of the highest scoring matches, definitely the highest scoring match in World Polo League history, and one of the, I think, highest scoring matches in Wellington in probably the last 10 years or so. You know, what's it? How long does it take for Adolfo to kind of adapt to you guys? I mean, does he ever does he have to feel you out, or he already knows what you guys are doing? You know, and that's why he's got you on the team anyway.
No, I think he's so good that he adapts, even if, I don't know, we're not playing our best or whatever, he will adapt. Pero and when he makes himself be so easy to adapt to him.
Yeah,
what I mean.
And when you guys are playing, is he, you know, telling you, you know, kind of mapping things out during the play and kind of helping you guys get adjusted, telling you where to go or what to do, or it just kind of happens on its own?
Sí, but he encourages you to play and do whatever you feel like at the moment, and he will help you if you make it wrong or if you make a mistake. That's what makes it so easy to play with him, and fun as well.
Look at these guys putting the pressure on down here. Polo, Sterling. I mean, a beautiful play there. They start Chukker number 6 with perfect field positioning there. I mean, that's where you want to start a Chukker, down in front of the goal. You always hope that when you start the next Chukker with that good field positioning that you're able to come away with a goal. And it took them a couple seconds there, about 20, but they were able to get it done. Polo and Sterling, we see up close and personal there. Him putting that one through. Nice work there. Valiente goes up by a handful here or more, and time is out in the midfield area with 6:45 remaining in this Triple Crown of Polo match. Again, this is match number 2. We've got 2 matches tomorrow. We've got a noon, excuse me, I think that actually moved to 10 a.m. 10 a.m. That'll be Mandarina and Audi. And at 4 o'clock, World Polo League versus Grand Champions. That World Polo League team is a new assemblance of players. That's Agustin Nero, Guillermo Terrera, Diego Cavanaugh, and I think Poroto Cambiaso. Yeah. Poroto playing with the team, and that's going to be a that'll be a force to be reckoned with. Those guys for sure. Look at this, Polo and Sterling not giving these Alegria players an inch there. He shoots that one right at the goal, but not quite through it. It ends up wide and out here on the north side with 6.5 minutes to play in regulation. So again, that Grand Champions and World Polo League game, that'll be our 4 o'clock match tomorrow. Back shot there by Alejo Taranco in front of Jesse Bray, picked up here by Polo and Sterling. Close to midfield. In the Alegria, half of it already, though. He fires down the line there, trying to connect with Torres. Gringo Columbres can't put mallet to ball. It's Jesse Bray's turn now. Jesse Bray, tail shot, crossfield. Juan Martin there with Alejo Taranco. Torres skates in front of him there. Jejo. And now Mannix in with Santi. Santi trying to get it around Freddie there. Freddie doing a fine job holding his own. Mannix. Nice composure here by Freddie Mannix, but the persistence of Valiente starting to pay off. But Gringo, nice work there. Columbres holds it for Alegria momentarily, kicks off a pony. Johnny O wants the whistle. It doesn't go. Jejo's through. Now Gringo Columbres pokes it away. Columbres trying to catch Johnny O on the go. Obregon in between a pair of white jerseys. Juan Martin, Obregon trying to get to goal, looking to put point number 5 on for Alegria. Nice work there. That's the persistence that those guys had in Chukker number 4. I mean, where they just keep grinding and keep grinding. Valiente almost had it back, but Gringo holds it in for him, sends the pass. They get the goal. Chukker number 6 chugs on here. 4:45 to play in regulation. Everybody, most of the guys hauling quickly back to the lineup there. We see Columbres sloping off. We'll see if they give him time there. They are going to give him time.
I'll give him a free change.
So a couple other players going to head off and change here. We'll see 5 switches here on the official timeout. I don't know what Gringo had going on there, but they give him timeout to take care of whatever issue he had. All the rules in polo really built around safety. They try and put as few rules in the sport as possible and few opportunities as can be to stop the clock. But there are some, necessities if there's a tack issue. If you've got a horse that
safety and horse well-being, right?
Exactly.
Horse.
Where the officials are not only looking out for the players, but really, I mean, almost more so for the safety of the horses, because the players have the decision on whether or not they can be in or out, and the horses have a little bit harder time communicating.
Let's say,
they have a little bit less say in the matter. So a lot of eyes on these horses, making sure that everything is where it needs to be, and that they're in the peak physical form that they need to be in to compete at this level, because it takes a lot. There's a lot that goes into preparing the horses and all the rest of it. So anyway, we're back into the action here. 4 minutes, 4.5, 4:35 to go here. Regulation. Mannix trying to come away with control. Freddie Mannix looking for Jesse Bray. He flubs that one to the right. Back shot there. Attempt by Pelon. Kicked by Bray's pony. Picked up by Jejo Taranco. Taranco trying to fend Bray off there. Nice pressure by Bray. Forces Alejo to leave that ball behind. It's Juan Martin Obregón trying to get through traffic. Ball kicked back behind Torres. Kicked by Torres' pony. Alejo's there. And I think Alegria is going to get the whistle they were wanting on that one. What do you think? I think Jesse might have had that line.
See it.
Watch the replay. It gets a little sticky here, no doubt about it.
But the bounce goes. Jesse gets the line of the bounce.
Yep. And pretty tight, That's pretty tight action there to make calls one way or the other. A couple different things going on here. Alegria, I don't think is going to ask him any questions on this one. They're going to say thank you very much and go to take their penalty shot here and hope to cut the lead in half, just for I think if nothing else, just to posterity. Anyway, puts it through. Juan Martin Obregón, 6-12 here with 4 to go in regulation. So again, a tight match for about 4.5 chukkers. And at some point there in chukker number 4, the wheels came off for Alegria, and at the same time Pelon started hitting the long ball to Taranco, and they connected for 3 or 4 that, I mean, really,
that's when they made the difference.
That really made the difference. 100% right. Who we haven't talked about today is Juan Martin Zubia. I thought he was going to be here today. I thought he was going to come and join us. I was dying to ask him. We talked about there being a Batman and Robin duo. We were going to get to the bottom of it, but I guess that makes you that makes you Batman. On the near side there, Juan Martin Obregón trying to get that one further into Valiente territory there. Pelon Sterling and Bob Jernavis hard at work here for the guys in white. Jesse Bray trying to move in stride here with Jernavis. Moves him over, makes a nice near side back shot. A lot of power on it, but it's knocked down. We see Pelon trying to shoot inside. Bray takes that one perfectly there, then leaves it for Colombres. Pelon Sterling had the line, though. Colombres had to give way on the near side. Juan Martin taps it back. Nice work there. Jesse Bray digs back and knocks it forward here, and he has a little bit of room to work. Jesse Bray reaching out, watching that ball closely. It's left behind, but his teammate and buddy Freddie Mannix is all over it. Jesse Bray comes to the line here. Mannix trailing. Bray slows down at the midfield line to Santi Torres. Puts Bray in his sights. He lines him up, takes his shot. Santi Torres steals it momentarily. Jesse battles, but Santi is able to come away with it so far. Freddie. Oh, look at that. These guys, the Alegria guys, they can play some of that scrappy polo, can't they? I mean, Juan Martin moves in, picks the pieces up. They get to that point where they're just about to lose it, and then they grab control. Will he get it? Juan Martin Obregón. A beastly shot there. He's been he's tried for that one 3 or 4 times and has been darn close, but finally connects just perfectly. The hand-eye that man has. I mean, he lets that one rip from 85 yards. I think it bounces perfectly on the line. 12-7 here in the 6th, 150 to go. Valiente looking like they're going to go 1-0 here, and that's an important thing to do, because if you go 1-0, then you can have the chance to go 2-0, which means you are pretty much into the semis, the way this Triple Crown of Polo format works here. So these teams fighting hard to go 2-0 to have a great chance at a bye into the semis. Polo Sterling here has had masterful control of this match from the start. Big ball dropped out in front there for Taranco. And he takes control here. Jejo looking for Bob J. Bob watching Freddie there as that ball came down the other side. Mannix trying to send it for Colombres. Gringo out in front of Santi Torres there. Gringo Colombres looking for, I think, a little bit different shot than he ended up with there. Torres through. Jesse Bray trying to work the 10-goaler over down there. Pelon gets the ball. Jejo moves in. He sees that his cousin had the ball already. He takes off running for it. And we are winding down the final minute here. 35 seconds left to play. Juan Martin Obregon there for Alegria. Man, I guess those guys started with having a great day. Playing against a tough team that is always as well mounted as they come, and at some point along the way they succumb. Yeah, I mean it happens quickly at this level of polo, and if something happens for a second and then the other team turns it on like Sterling and Taranco did, that's how those things happen. So 12-7 is our final here today. That'll do it for our coverage of match number 2, the Triple Crown of Polo. Be sure to tune in tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., worldpolo.org. The action continues. Don't forget to check us out online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and worldpolo.org. My name's Gus Whitelaw. On behalf of myself, Hiro Del Carrillo, the ChukkerTV and Polo Channel crews, as well as the World Polo League, we thank you for tuning in. Hiro, my brother, thanks for being here today. And the mothership here, live field side. That'll do it for our broadcast. Thanks for tuning in. Worldpolo.org at 10 a.m. tomorrow. The action continues.